Hi, everyone, and welcome to Rescripted Podcast, where we could celebrate the great things in life, share about the not so great parts, and find out how we can rewrite those challenges, turn them into insightful moments that will lead us to change, to growth, to happiness, and empowerment, all so that we can live the life we truly want to experience. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about cultivating a value mindset. And this is really beautiful because this is actually talking about what lens do you choose to look at life through. And this is where you get to look at yourself and say, what is my daily outlook on life? Am I bothered by everything? Am I appreciative of everything? Am I flustered? So you really get to see how you operate your days on a regular basis and see what is it that you are projecting and how you can enhance your days if you feel like there's something worth tweaking. So for example, if you are someone who is always like on the go, you might forget to extract the valuable things in your everyday life. So at the end of the day, you might be overwhelmed or exhausted. And it could be because it was very action-based, you were very productive. However, you feel a little depleted because you don't see what was put in you. You know, you gave out a lot, but you don't know what you were able to gain back. So a lot of times that makes you feel like, maybe unappreciative, maybe overworked, but you definitely don't sit back and smell the roses. And that's what you want to do, because ultimately, just as you're giving life value, it's giving you value back. But it all depends on what you are perceiving to be valuable. And everybody's different, right? We all appreciate and admire and want different things. So what might be a valuable day for me may be a little different for you. So that's why it's important to do that inventory of yourself and see what is it about your day that you are excited about, responsible over, because at the end of the day, the outcome really lies on us, right? So if we are in control of our day and we are in control of the lens in which we view our day, then isn't the all outcome pretty much in our hands? A little bit, not fully, but a little bit. So for instance, if you really look at yourself, you really analyze yourself, and you're able to see what is it that you are giving out. You know, if you are someone who's into law of attraction and guidance of that nature, pretty much in essence is what it says is that you are a mirror to yourself. So whatever you're putting out is what you're attracting, and that's what you're getting back. But a lot of times we try to think of what is it that we're attracting, and we're not really focusing on what is it that we are giving out. So we could show up to something and still not truly be giving what it is that we're looking to receive. So maybe we're somewhere out of obligation, so we're giving out flustered, impatient, rather be somewhere else, right? So what are you going to be attracting? You're going to be attracting things that are going to be more annoying to you, more of an impediment of your day, and it's not going to allow you to achieve what you want to, because you're not really in the mindset that you want to have a good time, enjoy yourself, make the best out of this situation. You're actually going to put yourself in the mindset of, I don't want to be here, I'd rather be somewhere else, I have other things to do, better things to do. So whether you realize it or not, that is the environment that you are creating for yourself. So you want to be very mindful of how you are presenting yourself, how you are showing up, because whether you realize it or not, that is what you are attracting back to you. So just be really mindful of how you could really take control of that. And it's fine, if you do that. The key to it is acknowledging when you do it so that you know how to pivot and redirect yourself and change your energy. So let's say you are somewhere and you're there out of obligation or need. A lot of people like to associate this with work. A lot of people like to associate this with showing up for friends or partners and things of that nature for like events, right? So let's say we're out at this event and you really don't want to be there. You'd rather be home. You'd rather be somewhere with a different crowd of friends, or you just rather be with your kids. But for whatever reason, you have to be at this particular event. So instead of saying, oh, I have to be here, let me just show up, make my entrance, make my presence known, and leave. Figure out what is, you have to be there. In the best case scenario, what would you like to extract from it? And make sure that you cultivate that environment for you, because if you have to show up, then why not be able to get something out of it that's fruitful for you? It may not always be in the best benefit for you, right? Because the best benefit will probably be the most, like the maximum that you could receive from it. But let's say there is a component that you can get out of it. So go in with the mindset of saying that, okay, so if I have to be here, what is a great outcome that I can get from this for being here? And that way you really start to look at situations differently, and you don't look at it like, I have to be here, or I'm just like so overwhelmed, like I have to show up. No, you could say, I get to be there. I get to be there, and it's an opportunity to XYZ, and whatever that benefit may be for you. Because chances are, if you're not looking at it from that perspective, then you are being a little bit closed-minded, and you're not allowing yourself new opportunities. You're not allowing yourself the ability to grow, new advancements, and just being able to see things from a different lens. When you want to have a value mindset, there's going to be value in everything, even the challenging moments, even the most hardest points in life. It's not meant to break you, it is meant to shape you. So when you have an open mindset and you really do have that outlook on life, you are really looking at life through that lens, then everything that you have to be a part of, whether you want to or not, you're going to realize that it is for your benefit, some form or another. But you just want to make sure that you're in that mind space to have the capacity to welcome things in. So I would definitely say that that is something to learn how to recondition yourself if you don't already feel like you're able to see the value in your everyday life, in every circumstance, in every situation, because everything really, there is a benefit, there is a lesson to learn, there's different values to extract from it. So if you feel that you don't know if you have a value mindset and you want to know if you do, just look at it this way. By the end of the day, are you grateful that you had the experiences that you had that day? Do you feel like you're invigorated, ready to start the next day, ready to add more energy into a project? If you feel rejuvenated, if you feel still excited about things, then yes, you were able to extract value out of your day. If you feel at the end of the day you're depleted, you're exhausted, you're overwhelmed, it means that you felt that in your day you gave way more than you received. And you want to make sure to keep that balance, because you don't want to overwhelm yourself, you don't want to burn out. And it's very easy to burn out when you feel that you gave a whole lot more than you received. So just kind of keep that in mind. And then also too, you don't want to stay stagnant. If you found something and something works and you kind of keep going at it, but you're not really quite getting the results that you want, you've almost, without realizing it, you have outgrown that stage. Maybe it worked for one season in life, but it's not working now in the other. So it's almost like life is letting you know that you outgrew what what that beginner stage was like. So it's now ready for you to be a little bit more advanced in your approach. So that's another thing too. You want to make sure that you're not allowing yourself to stay stagnant, because sometimes we feel like that's out of our control, and it's absolutely not. That is within our control, but it takes a lot of self-assessments to see okay, am I purposely doing something habitually that is not working in my favor? And if you do see that and you don't like the result that you're getting from the same thing that you're doing over and over again, then the beauty of it is that it's time for you to grow. It's time for you to grow. It's time for you to get different results. And that's a beautiful thing. Growth is a beautiful thing. Everything in life grows and moves and evolves. So make sure that you don't forget to grow and evolve yourself. And if you need help with that, then of course I actually created a mini course that is actually going to lead you to find what are your values, be able to establish some boundaries in a healthy way, not in a stern blocking things out, but in a healthy way to say, this is within the environment, this is within the scope that I feel like I can really give my best at. And you want to create that environment that allows you to really light up internally, so that you can light up everything else that you're working on. And that's going to lead to type of lifestyle that you want to have, because lifestyle is not always in materials. Lifestyle is not always where you go or how you adorn your house. Lifestyle is in the way in which you carry yourself. So if you feel like you are ready to do some internal auditing and being able to see the different things that are working, because there are things that are working, and then see the things that you're ready to clean house up on, things that you're ready to make over, things that you're ready to tweak and evolve because you feel like you're really ready to have a different experience, then I invite you to go ahead and get the the mini course, which is called Values, Boundaries, and Lifestyle. Pretty simple, right? Straight into the point. And then it kind of walks you through that, and you're able to really see what's in alignment and what's not, and you're able to pivot. And that is the beauty of it. There's not always this major change that has to happen. A lot of times it's just minor tweaks to have great impact, to really pivot. Sometimes it's just little tweaks here and there. You don't have to formulate a whole new way of being or way of operating. Sometimes it's just a few little tweaks. And that is what that is there for. So if that is something that you're excited and interested and ready to start, it is a new year. We are finishing off the first quarter. So we were able to get all of those things that we wanted to get together, all of the beginning of the year things that were very important to us, and we tried, and some of them we were able to be successful in, and some of them maybe not. Then I would definitely say it's time for you to go ahead and be a part of the community and really start investing in yourself, because you're in your skin 24/7 and you really can't escape yourself. So why not make sure that you treat yourself in the best way? Because when you feel great, you can't help but to treat others great, and you can't help but to create a great environment, because that's what makes you feel most happy. And who doesn't want to be happy? We all want to be happy and productive and have meaning in our life and purpose in how we interact with other people. But that first has to start within, because if we don't know the value that we hold, then it's really hard to be able to share that with others without feeling like you don't know, where you're navigating. So I don't want you to feel lost. I don't want you to feel depleted. I don't want you to feel like you're overexerting yourself and not getting enough value in life. So that is why I created this mini course, to help you find what your value is, what your boundaries are, so that you can actually conduct yourself within the lifestyle in which matters to you and is authentic to you. And if you are ready to take the lead in your own life, then I actually have a master class. And I'm hosting them different days throughout the month. So I'm actually going to link that down below, so you're able to see the days that are available and pick the one that best works for your schedule. And in that, I help you build the framework to live your best and true life, your dream life, because you deserve it. And really, honestly, if you don't have the roadmap to it, how can you build it, or how can anybody else add value to it if it's not first established? So a lot of times we allow ourselves to be guided by others, and they can only do what they are built to do, which is just advance and be a partner in our lives, but they won't know our true authentic roadmap unless we share it with them. So a lot of us haven't done that component yet. We really haven't understood what it is that we want and actively sought it out and build a roadmap that will lead us there. So if you are ready to take the lead in your own life and you're ready to build that framework, then I invite you to join our masterclass, and we are able to go through that. And by the end of it, you will have a blueprint to your dream life. And if you want something more personalized than that, you can definitely book a one-on-one session with me, and we can go over some of the things that you truly want to work on, some of the things you want to hone in and really clear the path towards. Maybe there's some things that you're having a little bit of challenge trying to find what those components are, and you really need a little bit more one-on-one personal guidance. Then I'll also link the access for you to book a one-on-one session with me, and we are able to distinguish what that is, and we're able to formulate what is the best method to move forward. So all of that will be linked down below, the different ways that I can serve you and add value to you, and the different ways that we could work together so that you can start living in the life you truly want to, start living a life that you're really proud of, and one that you've intentionally built, not one that you're just existing in, not one that you're just living in and, doing your day by day things. No, I want you to be proud of the life that you have, that you've built, that you invested. And the best way to go about that is to truly be intentional with how you spend your days and what you are extracting out of life and what you are giving to life. So if you need assistance with that, then I'm happy to help you, and I've linked down below the different ways that I could assist you with that. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and if you enjoyed this episode and feel like it was insightful, then I ask you to please rate it, like it, and subscribe, and share it with someone you feel will enjoy it. I'll be back here next week, and we will continue to discuss matters regarding personal development. Take care, guys. Have a blessed week, and I'll see you next time.